It's probably quite heavy. And once again, I'm on my way to the ditch to empty the trailer. Because in order to advance the coach house, we need to clean, and there is a surprisingly amount of rubbish always accumulating. Who's that? It's a dog. It's a dog in the road. It's not completely clean, but I can't continue because my trailer is full, and seeing the state of the tires, how squished they are, I think we are reaching the maximum load capacity. Also, I can only go once a day to the tip here, that's the law. So that has to wait for maybe tomorrow, but it doesn't prevent me from continuing with the brickwork here. So I've never done this before, so it's the first time I'm gonna try to do some brick repair. I asked our mason, Jean-Paul, how to do it. He gave me the mix ratio. It's 33% lime to 66%. Does it make sense? 66 plus 33, is that 33.33333333 sand? And then, yeah, and I need to wet this, I think, before a little bit, clean it. Well, let's do this. Learning new skills, always good. I also had a brilliant idea how to avoid counting the grains of sand. I just use buckets. So 1 bucket of lime, 1 to 3, and 3 buckets. I don't know what it is. Let me double check. Here wrote my message. Let me double check. I don't want to make mistakes and then you do the same, and then I'm responsible for your house falling down. 1 bucket of lime, I confirm, and 3 buckets of sand. So that's 25% of each. But we don't need that. We just use buckets. Use buckets. Sorry, I just had to change the camera angle because Anna always says don't film yourself from above because people see your hair loss, which is ironic that she says that because the reason that I lose my hair in the first place is, forget it. Spatula set. It's so cool to do things for the first time, learning new skills. I genuinely love that. getting confident, these things. Of course, if I would need to do more of these, I would get a machine, what's it called, this cement tumble dryer type machine, which certainly has an English name. It's like baking a cake. If you stick to the recipe, not much can go wrong.
Six, you coming? So I'm really excited to be back in creative mode, and as you know, last winter we tried to sort of restyle our living room to make it more cozy, but we are missing one very important element, and that is some curtains. It's already starting to feel quite autumnal here at the Chateau, and I've been very inspired by looking at all the beautiful leaves and the foliage that we have at this time of year around the Chateau. So that is my starting point. My main inspiration is always nature, and what better place than starting with our gardens. We have this very small wooded area at the back of our garden, and I love it. I mean, I wish we had a huge woods, but this is what we have, but it has a very magical feel. I just love these beautiful leaves. There's also some beautiful ferns in our woodlands. You might remember that I made a fern wallpaper a little while ago, and I just love the shape. I just find that it's endless inspiration in nature. You can just walk around the garden and it's very inspiring. What have you found, Six? Hey? So many walnuts on the floor. I definitely need to come back. I think I could fill a whole basket with them. I love this time of year. I think autumn is probably my favourite time of year here at the Chateau. So this is the old fir tree that we probably do need to take down at some point. It's not in great condition. It was actually a Christmas tree that was left and replanted many years ago and has grown a bit out of control. But underneath it, there are some beautiful oak trees, which we found when we cleared out all the brambles underneath the tree, and they are now quite established. So I'm hoping it's not too late but I think it could be lovely to replant them over the property and have some beautiful oak trees. So I think there's at least 6 or 7 of these really healthy looking oak trees. I mean, look at the size of this trunk. It's quite a big trunk already. Come on. Come on. Where are you going?
Thinking about what future guests will need made us realize that comfort nowadays doesn't only mean having nice rooms, a lot of natural light, a perfect environment. It also means staying connected when you're traveling. And of course, we're going to put Wi-Fi in every room. But as soon as you're outside the reach of Wi-Fi when you're traveling, that's where Saily comes in. A super simple eSIM app, which also happens to be this week's ad. Saily lets you stay online when you're traveling. No more physical SIM card that you have to buy somewhere, no more expensive roaming charges. You simply download the app, choose the country where you want to go, and choose a regional or a global plan. And that's it. This app was a real game changer for us when we traveled this summer outside of France, because it allowed us to stay connected and upload our videos without paying a fortune on roaming fees. You only have to install it once, and when you change your country, you just subscribe to the plan you want, and you're ready to go. All Saily plans are compatible with iOS and Android devices. They have a 24/7 chat support. But if it turns out that your phone doesn't support eSIMs, but most phones nowadays do, you get a full refund. So from now on, stay connected a clever way when you're traveling. Download Saily with an exclusive 15% discount by clicking the link in the description or using the code Chateau at checkout.
I have finished carving out my first block and it's looking quite cool. I've left quite a lot of this background on my lino because I quite like the texture. I did that with my passion flower wallpaper and I quite liked that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it on this. So it's a bit of an experiment. I'm going to test this one out. I'm going to print it up and we're going to see how it looks. Actually, with this print that I'm doing, it's the first print where I'm actually going to be trying to create a multi-coloured print. So I will need to create several blocks to create the different layers of colour. So this is the artwork that I had created. And as you can see, I've got the green, then I've got the background, which is brown, and then I've got this little black highlight. This is my lining paper that I used to create my wallpaper samples, and just some random test pot that I had lying around. And I'm gonna use my little sponge, and I'm gonna need to actually dab it off. Moment of truth. Let's try printing it. I'm pretty happy with how this is printed. I do think I need to do a couple more prints, and I'm going to check how the repeat works and make sure that it does repeat. But I like the colours. I think it looks really cool. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's never perfect, but that's also part of the charm of lino printing. I'm going to move on and work on the second layer.
So after rather successfully making my first bit of wall, it's not straight, I know, it's not straight, but it doesn't need to be perfectly straight because nobody's going to see, because it's going to be covered and I will not tell anybody. And as long as Benoit doesn't see it, I'm safe. And it's a learning process. And this is my second chance to make it perfectly straight. Remember this morning, it looked like a wall that could fall down any minute. And now, a couple of hours later, it looks like a wall that could fall down any minute, but it has much less holes than before. And that's a success. That's a first step towards integrity, structure, strength. We're almost there.
After carving the 2 different layers of print, I scanned them into the computer and cleaned them up, put them into repeat, and I've just been playing around with trying out different colour variations, and I'm really happy with how it looks. So have a look at some of the options. I don't know, I've got so many different options. I love this one. And this one as well. Or that one, I'm not sure which I prefer. But here you see really well the two different colour layers. So you have the blue colour and then the dark. The next stage is going to be trying out sampling some of these in real on fabric and trying out different colour variations to decide which ones I want to make. But I'm going to be showing you how I do that next time.